Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
Well, folks, I hope you're all doing well. I said I'd pop on tonight and have a chat with you just in regards to transfer window and the result tonight at Hampden Park as well, Comedy Central. So hope everyone's tuning in from Facebook and YouTube as well. If this is your first time popping on the channel, like and subscribe below. Be appreciated. So Adenida money is covered. That pot of money for Scottish teams for the Champions League is theirs now. We get the pot of money, we get the TV money, so they be raging. They will be absolutely raging. But you know what? Fair play to Marco. Good decision by the referee. Good decision. We just need to step up our game now in the 8 games we have in the Champions League and get the prize money. Prize money is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. You know, there's banter central, but you know they are absolutely useless. We're going to absolutely smash them on the 1st of September. They just look desperate. They look desperate, fully, completely. One win in 9 games in all competitions. Even if you want to add the pre-seasons in, if you want as well, but just madness, absolutely madness. So the good news is Quan has left Celtic on loan to Hibs. He's gone to Hibs for a season-long move, so I wish Quan the very best. We're looking at getting Renato Tapia. He's a free agent. He spent the last 4 years at Celta Vigo, so we're looking to get him on a free 29-year-old Peruvian midfielder, 6'1", has experience playing in the Eredivisie, has Champions League experience, Europa League experience. The reports were coming through South America last night that Celtic are looking to get this guy, and report he's around £25,000 he'll be on. So I think it's good news for Quan. Good news. It looks like Daniel Kelly is on the verge of signing a pre-contract with Millwall as well. His contract expires at the end of this year, this coming calendar year, not the season. So the end of December, he can go to Millwall. A lot of people are pissed off because we're seeing these young players moving on, Rockavata moving on, Bosa Nahal moving on, and now it'll be Daniel Kelly as well. So, oh, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Do I have the picture here? I might have the picture here. Hold on. No, I don't have the picture. I thought I uploaded it. Done on the socials anyway. But still waiting for the confirmation to be confirmed of Adamida of 9.5 million in total, which is 8.5 million up front and then the 1 million add-on. Anthony Joseph tweeted earlier on today that Celtic and Adamida are in the final stages. Personal terms have to be agreed and then medical to be booked. Nothing since at all. So 117 people tuning in tonight from all over the place here. Here's another meltdown. This is an old meltdown, but we'll put this up anyway for the laugh.
Has been underperforming.
He has had to though because of the injuries.
100%, but you should be turning up for your work every day, expected to play.
The best of played in these games is when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
With nothing to play for. No fear.
You've got a cup final in a couple of weeks as well, and not only. It's a huge game for Philip Clement now as well, because that's now a few Old Firm games he's lost. You're then saying the start of next season is going to be back here for the first game as well. The Scottish Cup final is now huge, because the last thing you want is people then turn around and say, well, that's 3, 4, 5 Old Firm games without a victory now for Philip Clement. Listen, I'll be honest, there's a Scottish Cup final a couple of weeks away, but that'll be the last time you see a lot of these players play against Celtic here in the league. There's got to be a clear out, there's got to be a fresh start. There's been some there, and Philip Clement spoke at the top of the show in terms of there's some can change his opinion in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, looking at it, I think Lundstram and Barisic are going to leave in threes. There'll be a few other ones go, and I'm sure Philip Clement will be looking to try and wheel and deal to try and get his type of players in, because you look at Rangers and you think you go to 10 men that the way to hurt teams is with pace. I don't really see. I mean, Scott Wright come on and he had a run, but you don't really see a lot of pace in that Rangers team. So there's got to be a lot of reinforcements coming in the summer.
Reinforcements that can't even get them Champions League football. They're into the Europa League. Serves them right. Watching that game tonight, Alan McGregor, he looked like he was out of his biscuit. You know, Hutton didn't have a clue what was going on. They knew. As soon as that sending off happened, and it's like they were waiting for the Scottish referee persona of it, even though they were playing in the UEFA Champions League qualifiers. They were waiting for, that pause for, oh, please check it. They were never going to check it. You made the right decision. Good luck. Down the tunnel with you. See you later. At the end of the day, had his arms up into the back of his head. Don't care. Good luck. We'll take the prize money. We'll take the prize money and we'll use it well. The real champions. That's what it's called, the Champions League, because actual champions play it, not this like zombie, skint, homeless FC malarkey. So I was doing a stadium rating yesterday, and someone said to me, "Oh, Ibrox is better than Celtic Park," and I was like, "Hold on a minute." I was like, "Who? Celtic Park is rated 5 stars on TripAdvisor, voted one of the best attractions to go to on TripAdvisor. What does Ibrox have? Not Champions League football anyway. We look to even get Europa League football in by the end of the year."
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
Lucky Rangers, 3 in a row. Sorry. 3 in a row.
Right, we have another meltdown as well.
It's a red card in this day and age when you slow things down and you put the point of contact and again John Lundstrom's foot's planted right against the side of Alistair Johnston's leg. But what I would say is, had VAR been there, nobody's moaning that that's not a red card. It was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. So I understand why it's a red card when you see it in real time. Yeah, it's fast.
Kenny,
I always say this: football,
that's
you need
a red
to.
Card, mate. Well, come on,
hang fire, James. I've just gave you the reason why I don't think it's a red card.
It's a red card.
It's a yellow card for me. VAR comes in, intervenes, and it's clearly, when it slows that down, it's always going to be a red card when it gets called to the Monarch. Had it not been VAR, nobody would have asked for that to be a red card.
That's a red card in the 1970s, Kenny.
Absolutely not, Chris. That is not.
I think you need VAR to see the point of contact. I know you're speaking about slowing it down, but when you see it full pace, he catches him above the ankle. He's out of control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's endangering
he's not. No. He's not out of control.
Of course he is.
No, he's not. He's running fast to go to a ball.
Yep.
You need to run fast. And he's allowed to slide, and he's allowed to run fast.
He's not allowed to put his studs on above his ankle.
But that's not out of control.
Of course
he's not out of control.
So he meant it then.
What, he meant to kick Alistair Johnson? Absolutely not. He meant to go and win the ball. Alistair Johnson plants his foot. He's not out of control. He is not out of control. Kenny. Listen, this day and age, with VAR, slow down, that is a red card. I get it. But for me, if VAR's not there, nobody's moaning that's not a red card.
The
Nobody
heat's
at all.
getting to Kenny.
Absolutely not.
Oh, they've lost it. They've definitely lost it. I know that was obviously last season, but come on, it just gets better and better. And there's more banter years ahead. Definitely more banter ahead this season because they're in a desperate place. We're in a good place. We just have to strengthen and get a left back and get a centre back, and then we're absolutely flying. I think it'll be a whitewash, and also it'll be about 15 points. So do mind the gap, folks. Definitely. That's it. Why not? Do something different. I don't care. I don't care if they call me obsessed. Oh, look at a Celtic man talking about Rangers on his podcast. I can talk about what I want to talk about. At the end of the day, people are tuning in. What are they going to do? Go home and cry? Go home and cry? Go home and cry to Charlie? Charlie's not going to save the club. They can't get the parts in to fix the stadium. Stadium's falling apart. The big house must stay open, as they keep saying. Jelly and ice cream's happening, but I mark my words, they'll be under. Sure, they owe Hummel 9.5 million anyway. So yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier on that's a Rangers fan. I was like, how come he's a boycotting Hampden? And he's like, we're not getting communication from the board. We're not spending. And I go, Jesus, he's completely not spending. I must be really that bad. So yeah, I have 2 more videos I'm going to upload as well. Yeah, they talk about us all the time. Exactly. They always look up. They always looking up at the champions. We obviously have a big game the weekend in the League Cup against Hibs. Hopefully we'll have Adamida by then. Hopefully we start making moves and actually get this Peruvian centre mid in as well. It looks like a unit, to be honest. Played with Carl Starfelt as well at Celtic Vigo. And just a picture there, him and Carl Starfelt. So he's been capped 85 times for his country as well. And he's been a captain many times for them. These are the current outgoings. This is before Kwon was confirmed tonight that he's gone on loan. So this is without Bosun Lahal and Rockavata because they were from the B team with their contracts. So O's gone. Hakas Banovic was actually 2 million. I thought it was about 500 grand. Benjamin Sechrist, I don't know what the fee was from that. Obviously, Joe retiring. And then these two boys here, obviously that was needed around 3 million for Bosun and Rockavata as well. A lot of fans are angry because the youths were not getting this. Should we scrap the B team? What's the point having the B team if we're not getting players through? Our last player that actually broke through and got a proper contract was Stephen Welch. Before that was Mikey Johnson. Before that was Anthony Ralston. Then Kieran Tierney. Then Callum McGregor. James DeForest. Like they're the so-called big hitters. I just feel like, Daniel Kelly is a player that we shouldn't be losing, but it is what it is. Yeah, keep an eye on Chris Mepham. I know Fabrizio Romero came out and said that he's looking to leave Bournemouth. He's linked with a move to Torino. He's linked with a move to Ipswich as well and Leicester. So we'll see what happens with Chris Mepham. Chris Mepham is a Welsh international, folks, that plays for Bournemouth. I think he's 28 years of age. We were linked with him a week or two before the window actually officially opened. So they're looking for around 8 million for him. So we'll see what happens. Played with Cameron Carter-Vickers as well at Bournemouth when Bournemouth were obviously pushing for promotion a couple of years ago. So I will keep an eye on them. Mackenzie Cole, thanks very much for bringing up as well. Full Champions League money goes to who should go into the Champions League. 50 mil incoming. Oh, it's gonna. Place is gonna be smashed up. Drinking Voldemort cup. Voldemort tears tonight. Let me see. Is he not coming? Let me see. Just heard from another Celtic channel today. It's just all top because there's a photo that took part in the airport. But see what happens, Tracy. Like, don't completely rule out. He's a free agent, so seen stranger things in football. Is Beck an upgrade on Taylor? Yeah, he's younger. He came to the Liverpool Youth Academy as well. He's obviously cut in the Scottish League with 25 appearances as well for Dundee last season as well. He had a few injuries in there, but I think it's an upgrade. I think he could just improve. I think Taylor's been phenomenal over the last 3 years. You have to give it to him. He's worked his socks off to deserve that, that contract extension that he signed only a short time ago. But I'm delighted for Greg Taylor. It was a guy I doubted. When Tierney was sold, we obviously went down and got Ballingoli and got Taylor, and I was just like, we're not going to replace Tierney here. But Taylor, got into his game. At points about a year and a half ago, people were saying, "Oh, I'd rather Taylor in the Scotland team than Tierney." Taylor is playing better than Tierney, and Tierney was obviously in and out of the Arsenal team with Zinchenko. But this whole Tierney talk, I wouldn't entertain it. He's not coming back. He's too injury prone. Love the guy, but no. Predictions for the 1st of September. Look, we should be favourites. We're playing at home. They're obviously going to have a away allocation. They're obviously their arses are falling out of them, but I think we should be favourites. We should be going out there and beating them 4 or 5-0. But don't take the opposition for granted at the end of the day, because as much as we're going to be we're 6 points out of 6 so far. We've St. Mirren before that in Paisley, which would be a difficult game. Just once we come out and we'll get better and better out through the season. It's only early days. We had a good pre-season. I thought we were phenomenal against Kilmarnock. I know they were coming back from Europe, and then I thought we were outstanding in the first half against Hibs. We took the foot off the pedal around 60 minutes in the game. We got sloppy in the midfield, got sloppy in the final third. But what do you expect? It's been a big summer for Celtic. I know we didn't play European qualifiers, not like some clubs that fall in the third round. But yeah, James' new favourite. Let me see. Do you think we'll sign a centre back? If we sign a centre back, I think it will be loan move, to be honest with you. I think we'll go out and buy another left back. I know we're all celebrating about this Champions League extra money because they fell tonight. The board won't spend it to the level that we're expecting. They're not going to spend it. They're going to keep that money in case that we're in this position next season where you don't go straight into the Champions League. You'll have to play a third round or a playoff round to get in. You know, you got to think of that in that way. But let's just enjoy tonight. Let's just enjoy. I've been enjoying this since the 25th of May, since we beat them in the cup final all summer with their drama of their stadium falling apart and the sports director, the Hummel case, and then us, you know, winning in pre-season and then going on to win our 2 opening games. It's just been getting better and better. Yes, we still have to strengthen. And every time we come to look at, we're on the 13th of August. There is just over 2.5 weeks left for the transfer window to be closed as well. Folks, if you are tuning in as well from Facebook, please do subscribe to the channel. Just go over to Come On The Hoop Celtic on YouTube and please subscribe. Thanks very much for the people that have, you know, bought the memberships over the last 24 to 48 hours. Really appreciate it. Class stuff. This is, I'm going to put this comment there now. Feel sorry for them, you know, they go to Hampden, they always get spanked. Get spanked domestically, they get spanked in Europe as well. So this is it here, folks. To anyone that's on Facebook that's tuning in, please jump over and subscribe. One of the most hard working channels out there, I would say. I'll give myself a tap on the back. I'm not the most accurate source, but honestly, it's the best policy at the end of the day, you know. Good evening. How are you getting on? Anthony, thanks very much for being one of the members as well. Fine, thank you. Who's snitch? Hope you and the family are well. Can't stop laughing. Right, here's another video I've uploaded, right? So we might as well enjoy this. Here we go. Here's another one. This is actually Chris Boyd giving Celtic compliments over the last 2 weekends, which I found bizarre because it's not like Chris Boyd and his mentality to do that. But let's talk about it anyway. Let's put it up.
Leaves or Hattati leaves, and I mean that's been the rumours. But you can't just go and spend money to bring them in. You know, they might not go, and you know, nobody's going to come in that's better than them right now. So I mean, I think when you look at the performances James touched on there, the pre-season ones have been, you know, they've been really, really good. You know, the calibre of teams have up against. Even the opposition benches, I've noticed how good Brendan's teams are. You know, it's a similar team to what he's built in the past, and you know, I think that there's definitely, you know, a feel-good factor around Celtic right now. You know, they were able to get over the line. James said they finished the season very strongly. There was bumps in the road, but that's always going to be the case. But you know, Celtic are heavy favourites going into this you know, this new season, and rightly so.
Are you confident they can equal that 55 titles this season?
Definitely. I mean, especially when the season started for Rangers straight away, dropping 2 points yesterday. Celtic have got to be confident that they can do it again. But listen, it's you just never know. It's too early to start making predictions. You've seen how what happened last year. It was up and down and back and forth. But as far as Celtic making signings concerned, I think that Celtic, as Brendan Rodgers already said, he could have 8 signings in the door if he wanted. And the way football works is we know that agents offer players to teams. So there's no doubt that some of the signing Rangers have probably made, Celtic have been offered by the agent. Celtic have not took it on. So you can make signings, but it's getting that quality in. And any signing that's probably worth having or going to do well is going to take time to get them in.
I think the key thing, I mean, Celtic have the players that Celtic have signed have went in and made the team better. You know, when you look at some of the players that have came in, and James touched on with Kuhn, his pre-season so far under his belt, Celtic are in a position where they ain't just going to go and sign players. You know, I think they've been criticised now for a period of time of, you know, project players as such. I think Brendan Rodgers has been very clear that he wants players to come into his first team to start, to kick them on. You know, Europe's a big thing for them. You know, they have been obsessed with that for years now in terms of can we, you know, compete and do better in the Champions League. And I think that's got to be the benchmark for Celtic because they have been the best team in Scotland for a number of years. But in Europe, they've let themselves down. But you know, I think, you know, every Celtic connected will say the same. There does need to be that little bit more quality if you're going to reach that level in Europe. And I'm sure Brendan Rodgers. Hibs have obviously got Celtic towards their own goal. The transition's so quick that all of a sudden Hibs are like, where are we? And then by the time because of Celtic, the pace they've got, the accuracy of the passing, they're forward. And then this was just a thing of beauty as well. I mean, Celtic to keep it moving, recycling, and Nicholas Kuhn inside there to Callum McGregor, and he just unleashes an unstoppable shot. There's no goalkeeper in the world saving it, don't care what anyone says. As soon as he gets it out his feet, you can see there the touch is perfect, gives him enough time to get a couple of steps on that and just laser it with his left foot. Going away from the goalkeeper, if you're any criticism of Hibs, can they get somebody quicker to them? They've enough bodies there, can they get somebody quicker there to shut him down? But to be honest, I mean, what a strike. But I mean, Celtic have been very good, and we said the exact same last week, but from a Hibernian point of view, it has been absolutely embarrassing. There was guys standing outside still trying to get a ticket after 20 minutes, and I bet you wish you never get in.
Strange behaviour, isn't it? It just, I'm like, is he sniffing glue or something lately? Because it's not like him to compliment Celtic. Sky Sports must have had a chat with him and said, okay, if you don't get it together, you're gone. You're gone with Kenny Miller, you're gone. But if he's talking about Celtic being an embarrassment in Europe, this was the other day. Look what's happening tonight to Sevco. You know, homeless FC, skint FC. So it's just brilliant, just brilliant. I don't know if he was doing. He was in the Sky Sports studio tonight, but I'm sure there'd be pictures going around, the rounds going around. Oh, look, Celtic potentially could be up an extra. Realistically, could be up an extra 75 million by the end of this window. If Frimpong goes, if O'Reilly goes, and then that extra Champions League money, Jesus Christ. Someone was asking in the comments there, are they keeping the money to redevelop the stand? I doubt it. There's no point in redeveloping the stand to 72,000. Yes, we have a season ticket waiting list, but if you're moving up, if you're going to English football, maybe move it to that. But yet there is the argument of we have an extra 2 games of the Champions League as well. So never know. I don't know yet, to be honest. I'd love to see Celtic Park obviously being built up and get a roof on it. That would be unbelievable. Imagine the disco lights and all that. It would be class, proper cauldron. But you will see what happens. We need to get the good European nights back at Paradise where teams come to Celtic Park and actually fear us. You know, like we weren't bad last season. I know we drew 2-2 to Atletico Madrid. We should have won that game. We should have beaten Lazio and then we beat Feyenoord. But we need to get back to them levels of, you know, them Gordon Strachan days, Neil Lennon in the Champions League with the team. We need to get back to that. He went to Abu Dhabi, did he? Oh yeah. Well, he's probably getting the boot anyway. Forgot about that. Never thought I'd see the day Celtic overtake Rangers or Celtic overtake Rangers. It's going to happen. Well, we've overtaken them anyway since 2012, you know. Company went out of business. Their history's gone. Wiped out, done and dusted, liquidated, gone. Former's temporary, liquidation's permanent. So it's been like that since 2012, you know. They've only won 1 title. Such a massive waiting list, they would fit. Yeah, that's as far as I know. It's like 10,000 in the waiting list. Could be more. Just someone correct me there in the comments if you want. How's it going, John McGee? We love you, Celtic FC champions of Scotland yet again, and I think we'll be champions again. Hopefully, we win the treble as well. Hopefully, win the treble. But do I have another video there? I might have another one here. I don't know if this is an old one, so just let me click this one.
You know, we're comfortable winners in the last round. Philip Clement, his own mission there, has said it's going to be a step up. And then, you know, you've then got to travel back from there and you go against Motherwell at Hampden next week as well. So, I mean, and then Kiev the following week. So it's a crucial period for Rangers. You know, and you go back to the pre-season and all the, you know, probably the negativity that was around in terms of people going out and, you know, players training with B team and, you know, you don't know what you're going into training and all of a sudden, right, there's somebody else about Hadji was coming back and Todd Cantwell's. There doesn't seem to be any certainty with what's happening at Rangers at this moment in time. And I think, you know, and Philip Clement's right to an extent in terms of it's a new squad. It is a new squad, but that ain't a new team. And it's got to be better.
Where I know you have to win, but there is a realisation that something has to change at Rangers. Do you think that it'd be better to have, you know, stability? I know that you can't plan too far ahead, but if you keep changing your manager, you get the upturn, then change your manager, overhaul the squad. There's been the last few years, Ryan Kent and Alfredo Morelos probably stayed too long, ended up going on a free. You see the impact that has on it. Connor Goldson's left. There's talk of James Tavernier leaving, Borna Barisic, John Lundstrom, another who people maybe look at it and say, did they just run their course instead of moving them on at the right time
100%.
and having that process earlier and seeing it ahead rather than reacting to it?
Some of the ones you've named there for a period of time were Rangers' best players. You look at Celtic, when they've got the best players, or even Matt Riley will probably go this transfer window. Celtic, you look at the players they've moved on before, they have been Celtic's best players, hence the reason why they've moved on to bigger and better things. So, we can kid ourselves on all we want in terms of the size of football clubs. They're massive football clubs, but they are selling clubs. And if you've got assets that reach that level of performance where you can move them on, you've got to cash in and take the money. What I do think, Philip Clement he's ultimately been the manager that is now having to tidy up. I mean, it was an aging squad last season. There's still some of them there now. But it all seems to have, even Steven Gerrard's time, and to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and to Michael Beale, it all seems to have been landed at the door of Philip Clement, and he's going to have to move a few of them out, and there's going to be bumps in the roads. But as I said, at Rangers Football Club, second is last, and Rangers are going to have to find a way to win games of football, and it doesn't get.
You can hear in his voice, he's worried. He's very, very worried. He's very worried about his club that he's the cheerleader for. Very worried. But look, as people are saying in the comments, we need to focus on us, and that's the most important thing. We have Hibs the weekend, and every game, regardless if it's League Cup, the League, Champions League, the Scottish Cup, it's a cup final. It's a cup final. If you want to make an account, if Brendan Rodgers wants to win that treble back this season, in his second season, his second term at Celtic, the board need to back him. The board need to go out. And I understand on the podcast last night, a lot of people are like, oh, Adam Ida's not worth the money. Adam Ida's going to flop. I'm like, stop judging the book by the cover. He came in January, scored 9 goals, and it killed their confidence in the cup final. And since then, they've only recorded 1 win. 1 win. Look, Adam Ida will get better and better. He's only 23 years of age. I hate when people just slate their own players. Calm down. He's not a Barkas. I think he will get there. We'll get a let back. Honestly, I think the whole Adam Ida thing, get that over and done and dusted, Marco Polo, and we'll get a let back. You're asking me who's it going to be? Probably on Beck. And we haven't been linked with another let back. I think Hugo, what's his name? Hugo Bueno. He went to Feyenoord, I think. So, yeah. Smell the glove. Like, the board have the golden opportunity right now with the money at their disposal to bury them. Go out there and dominate Scottish football, and just dominate for years as we've been doing, and just clear them. Get rid of this so-called old firm brand. At the end of the day, we don't need them. We don't need them. As much as we're having a laughing party about them tonight, because they're embarrassment. They're embarrassment. The banter years are here. Obviously, you like to rip it out of them, but that's it. You got I think it was 4 assists he got last season as well on top of that. So we'll get there. How boring. We need to focus on us. We need the banter and the flag. Free Palestine. Fly the flags. Lads. We just need to focus on what's on the pitch, to be honest with you, Coffee. That's the most important thing. I'm here to talk about football. I'm here to talk about getting a let back in. All means, yeah. I'm not going to bring politics into this because obviously YouTube, keep an eye on what you say and stuff. So I just want us to get a let back, get a striker in. Kwan's gone on loan. Lager Bielke turned down a loan move to Malmo. The reports in Sweden, he turned it down. Lega Warsaw went in with a bid of 1.2 million to try to re-sign Naroski that we bought for 4 million from them last summer, and Celtic straight away turned it down. The guy is injury prone. I was excited about when he came in. I was like, he's going to be a decent baller. He just can't string 3 or 4 games on his belt. It's just embarrassing, and I feel sorry for him. Feel sorry for him. Probably will finish. They probably will finish third. Falkirk was spot on places at the end of the season. Imagine he actually did get relegated. Imagine he did. It would be gas. The whole Hannibal links has been going around for like 3 weeks now. I'm not buying it. To be honest with you. He is a good, decent midfielder. He's done all right for United as well since he's been there, but I just can't see it happening. You know, be down to wages. See, David De Gea finally actually got a club, Florentina as well. Strange. How are you getting on, Little Ireland? Good stuff. Focus on our team. But they won't splash the cash, and I hope they do. I hope they actually realise now, like, with additional money there, like last season where they didn't qualify, they got thumped by PSV. We should be going out and smashing the clash. Like, we need 2 strikers being realistic. Like, the 9.5 million is going to be spent on Ida with the add-on, and then just go out and get a striker for 3 million. I'd go out and get McCown as well, that midfielder off Dundee, where they're at, and get on back in the door as well, and maybe get a centre back on a loan basis. You know, see what happens. How's it going, Danny? What's happening? He's been terrific. He has been terrific so far. I thought you were saying he's terrible. Read it wrong for a second. He has been, but you know, if he can keep that going into the next game, he just needs competition as well. You know, like it's good with Alistair Johnson, as I said last night, where he can start a game and Ralston can come on for the last 20 minutes of the game, and that's what we need on the left back situation as well. I know a lot of people have been skeptic of Scales so far this summer, but you have to give him the praise. I know that was last season and this is this season, but Scales has developed as a player. That move from that loan move to Aberdeen helped him so much, and he's moving up and he's getting there. He'll get there. Every centre back has mistakes in them. We need to understand that we can't always play this magnificent football we're all demanding. You know, teams sometimes come off the boil, but it's about bouncing back. And look at last season. Some of the football we played going up to Christmas was horrendous. Football. Even going into February was horrendous football. And we got there. We got there at the end. At the end of the day, we got the double. But just hoping this season around we start seeing. I think a lot of us are expecting Brendan Rodgers football of his 4th season, the 2016 to 17, with him in his 2nd season now, his 2nd term. I think we're expecting that. But it's a different crop of players. Football has changed a bit since then. And I know he's playing the same formation. But teams, especially when you're playing away from home now, when you don't have that much of an away fans, it is a harder one to break down, especially with 10 men behind the ball you're playing against. But I like to see our midfielders like Callum, like Rio, like Matt O'Reilly, testing the keeper out from outside the box if they get the chance. I don't think he's going to come to Celtic, to be honest, you know. How's it going, Kenny? Hope you're doing well. As I said, folks, if you're on Facebook, the Facebook people are tuning in tonight. There's 158 people tuning in between both platforms. Get over to the YouTube if you can, please, and press that subscribe button. It's free. It's free. I think we paid too much for Ida. Time will tell. A lot of people feel like we paid too much for Ida. A lot of people are just annoyed because Norwich are like, oh, he's a third choice striker. We made profit on this guy. We got this guy in for little to nothing from Ireland, and look at the money we've made. And plus, they're getting a 15% sell-on clause as well. I think Celtic were just holding off and just trying to get a Pater Bernardo bargain, but it didn't work out. We should have put in an option to buy back in January. Should have bought, but there would have been a lot of doubters again. As I pulled up last night on the channel, for people that were tuning in, I went back over one of the videos I made the day before Ida signed for us on loan, and 80% of the comments were slating Ida, slating the guy. So hopefully a lot of opinions have changed since. No, we won't. Don't be putting bad luck, you know. I remember Dublin City in the rare times. So do I. Good old Dublin, Clondalkin. Someone said Clondalkin in the comments. Good old Clondalkin. Used to work out in Clondalkin years ago. Good place, good people, you know. We sold a B team player for 3 million. That's it. And I wish Bosun the very best down in Stoke. Not the greatest club to go to. A windy night in Stoke was like a windy night in Pataudry. But I think we should have kept him. You know, we should have kept him. But obviously money came in. The boards clicked at it. And that's what happens in football. Players that you're expecting to have a decent season, they want to go and play first team football, and I don't blame them. As I said, I don't blame the lock and key. Yeah, and that's the one. Was it the Waterside? Was it the Waterside? I think it was the Waterside. I used to go in and have lunch in. But I don't blame Daniel Kelly if he's not getting a decent enough senior contract to stay at Celtic, even though he's been the opportunity to come through the youths and he's gone to Millwall and he's going to play in a very competitive league with the Championship. Let him go. If his head's not in it and he doesn't want to play for the club and all this malarkey over pre-season, let him move on. I'd rather you need someone that has the mentality that wants to be a part of that team, not someone that's throwing the toys at the pram. If he is, I'm just speculating here. If he is, and refusing contracts, so we'll see what happens. Oh, we'll see. Good stuff. If Brendan doesn't bring a let back in another transfer window, the fans will be furious. We'll get a let back in. He's made it clear in his last press conference before the Hibs game, Easter Road, that they're looking at trying to get one or two players in by the end of the window, and I'm sure it's a let back as well. So we'll see what happens. From the previous week, he didn't give much away, so we're getting there. We're getting there with Brendan. It's different to Ange, like Ange used to just completely ignore the questions. Brendan's more open about it, I'd like to see a holding midfielder and see Callum Mack push forward. That's if O'Reilly goes in Rodgers' first term. Definitely, I've been saying that a long time. Even that goal he scored against St. Johnston and McDermott Park, I thought that was a nice goal. That was a proper old school Callum McGregor. Even the weekend, it just felt like old school Callum McGregor. So hopefully we'll see what happens. How's it going, Dougie? Long time no speak. Do you think we'll beat the 9.5 transfer fee with another player? No. Even with the money being brought in with them failing tonight, regards to Diamond Kiev, I can't see us beating that record. It was our best option. As like Morosky ended up leaving anyway, he ended up going to La Liga. So if we were honest, we should have got Morosky. But I think with Brendan seeing what Ida could do for Celtic in a Celtic shirt, I think they were definitely keen on getting Ida in. As I said, I think it was just a bargain basement tactic, and it didn't work out for the board at this time. Not been in Dublin for 8 years. Is Fraser still going? It's called Murray's now, I think. I think it's called Murray's. Fraser's still there. I don't know if there's a CSC in Fraser's that he used to be. Darragh O'Shea, I think he scored for Burnley against Luton last night, if I'm correct. Burnley hammered Luton, I think it was 4-1. Anything on the Wolves left back, he's gone. I think Hugo Boino's gone to Feyenoord on loan. Celtic are the best. I wonder if AJ has a left foot twin out there. That's it. We have to look at the markets. Like, I know we were looking at MLS players at the start of the window, and they're in the middle of the season. We'll see what happens. I would like to see us get Jeffrey Schlupp. I think he'd be an ideal. I wouldn't say replacement for Taylor. An ideal player that can give Taylor a run for his money. He can play in the left wing. He can play as a midfielder as well. That's the type of player that we're looking for. So hopefully we can. He's 1 year left on his Crystal Palace contract. He's played over 250 games for Crystal Palace as well. 150 games for Leicester. Helped Leicester win the Premier League. Helped Leicester actually get promoted as well. Now he's not too old. He's 31 years of age. Take him for another 2 years. Take him on a 2 year deal, and I think he'll be happy with that. Good evening, Frank. Hope you're well. Good stuff. I've done a couple of videos earlier on, taking out of him, Fraser's gone since 2006. Yeah, it's Murray's now, I think. Haven't been in there in ages. Haven't been in the living room in ages. Don't like going into Dublin. If I was going in anywhere in Dublin, it'd be Patter Browns for a Celtic game. But that's the way things are gone in Dublin. Crazy to think Millwall will pay him more than Celtic. Yeah, because there's good money in the chat. There's good money in the Championship. And at the end of the day, I don't blame him going. You got to think of your career. Yeah, Celtic is a phenomenal club, and he's He's come through the youth academy, but if he's not getting the chance to get in that fold with them midfielders, would you be gone? 100% you'd be gone, you know? How long do you think Kasper will as well? Brendan's dropped a hint that Kasper Schmeichel is obviously pushing to be in the World Cup squad for Denmark for the 2026 World Cup. So he's in a 1-year deal with an option to extend for the following season. I think he'll be here for 3 years. 3 years. I think he can do it. No, 2 clean sheets so far in competitive football for Celtic. Let's see, will it be 3 the weekend? Fingers crossed. Loving the guy so far. Loving him. His reactions as well when Celtic scored at Easter Road, celebrating with the fans. He's just loving it. Absolutely loving it. Hi, Keith. How's it going, Michael McGowan? I hope you're well. 2 seasons, Tommy. Yeah, exactly. Always watching, Keith. Thanks very much. How's it going, Brian? I hope you're doing well. Liverpool, Celtic, biggest clubs in the UK, 100%. Fan base, definitely. Man City didn't really have fans until, the last 10 years, with the younger generation coming through. They can't even fill that stadium for Champions League games, Let's see here. How's it going, Robert? There's good numbers in here tonight, folks. As I said, all I'm asking is if you could jump over to YouTube and subscribe. It'd be really appreciated. There's the link there for people that are watching on Facebook. Just click that. That will bring you into the channel. And then if anyone wants to be generous, you could donate 99 pence for the membership for a month, So, yeah. Bye, Sevco. How's it going, Gaddafi? Semtex, hope you're well. Get in, Keith. That's it. I've done a couple of videos, as we'll do.
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
Do it again.
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
Lucky Rangers, 3 in a row. Sorry. 3 in a row.
These are the people who's allowed in the Champions League this coming season. Oh, this is a belter.
We got any champions flag?
I was going to say to you, I was flying back to Dublin the weekend, and a friend of mine that works in the Celtic store on Argyle Street was telling me that the Sevco shop is getting moved next door to the Celtic shop. And that was true. They got rid of the one when you go through security, we're just seeing there. So they're next door to us now. Good luck. Good luck with this. Derby days are going to be exciting. But some of the mentality of them, I wouldn't even bother. It's just... But yeah, it's been good tonight. It's been good numbers tonight. Good stuff. Come home, Agent Clermont. Your work is done. It's not done just yet. Plunge. Gonna get drunk. The good news just gets better. Chicken Kiev for me this week. And jelly and ice cream as well, Plunge. Brendan is laughing. We're putting on again. That was them celebrating back in January. They thought they had the league won. Can you see us now? We are the people. Different breed. Oh, God. Has she been let out of the house since? That's what I wonder. I don't know if you've seen the Celtic version of that video. It's been absolutely brilliant. Chicken yes. Any excuses to get out of work for the first Old Firm of the season. She got jailed for mobbing and rioting, probably. Oh, stop. This has been a good show tonight. Good show. I know I know I'm been going hard lately on this, but I don't care. I don't care. If it brings new subscribers and if I made people smile tonight, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. But as I said, Adamita comes in this week, get the medical done and dusted. Hopefully you'll be announced by Friday by 5 o'clock. And we could start working on, getting a left back. We should be working on a left back anyway. Old Firm, yeah. Old Firm, last Old Firm was back in 2012. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse when you see Celtic fans calling it an Old Firm. Stop buying into the Sky Sports propaganda. Stop buying into the Daily Record propaganda, folks. You're a Celtic fan. You know your history. You know what the crack is with them. They went out of business. Form is temporary. Liquidation's permanent. Gonzo. No Monzo. Gonzo. They're gone. Gone. Chicken Kiev tonight. Jelly and ice cream a couple of years ago. There's no mold in this town, there ain't. Favorite person on YouTube, boy. Well, that's it. Look, I am who I am. I'm different to everyone else. I'm quite unique in my own way, as I would say. The special one, as they say, or the normal one. But I just like having a laugh with folk. Just having a laugh. It's all banter. It's all banter at the end of the day. If people can't take a laugh, please don't be on these social media platforms. This is not directly to aim at someone who's just laughing at our so-called rivals. Not really our rivals. They haven't really stopped us doing much, to be honest. They only stopped us one season, so they're not our rivals. I wouldn't call them rivals, I'll call them as much as I'm being posting videos about them and laughing tonight, they're more obsessed with us than about me putting posts up about them. Come on. I have a Facebook channel there, a Facebook page there, 72,000, and I say there's at least 2,000 of them hiding in there looking at Celtic stuff. I would not in a million years. Anytime I'm going through feed, if any suggestion comes up for a Rangers page, block. I don't care what they have. I don't want that stuff on my page. I want a nice clean feed, not that contaminated stuff, not them viruses. Hearts are rivals now. They are rivals. Aberdeen would be our rivals. Aberdeen would be. See what happens. So we'll get the Champions League money. Marty, we get the Champions League money. You can get that cigar out tonight. See that? You make sure that sunbed's out in the morning, out that front garden. You go out with that vest top on. You smoke that cigar and you play Boy Boy Rangers. You play the Champions League music. You pump that on loop for about 10 times. And then what you do after that, Marty? You put the Europa League music on. Get them all warmed up for it. Get them all. And what's funny? Alan McGregor was like, at half time, and he's like, oh, well, teams like ourselves, doing well in Europe, in the Europa League, for the coefficient, kind of having a smart take saying, oh, we do good. Yeah, you can get a Europa League final, but you haven't won it. Go on to Frankfurt. Go on the Aaron Ramsey CSC. Who cares? Who cares? Drinking toilet water. Great stuff. Great stuff. At least when we went to Seville, we put a party on. 90,000 fans went to Seville. We fought hard. Unfortunately, Bobo got sent off, and we had a great route to the final, man. Look, we had a good time in Seville. I wish I was there. I wasn't there. I was in Dublin wearing a yellow Celtic NTL home digital jersey and, crying at the end like most Celtic fans were. But at least we won a proper European Cup. None of this Cup Winners' Cup malarkey. Well, that was their old club. Anyway, they're gone. Gonzo, How's it going, Donny? I hope Aberdeen get back to the level. I know as much as a lot of people like Aberdeen, but, I don't know where TikTok Cantwell is. I honestly don't know. Only one team next year can qualify. Double down for that. Oof. That's what I'm saying. We need to go out there and strengthen that squad and bring in a good squad, gel them together, make sure that they challenge in Europe, they get that motivation, they'll be hungrier, And then they know going in to the European qualifiers next season, do you know what they need? Do you know that if they want to listen to that music on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night at Celtic Park the following season, you gotta work hard to get there. And that plus that'd be Brendan's final season as well, you know. So see this. I'm out of here smiling. Good stuff. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. He's in Cal Max Pocket. That's it. They're all great. They're all great. So, look, I want to show you this one. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Saturday Heroes in Hamilton for this phenomenal hoodie. Yeah, it is £50 to buy, I have to say, but I'll tell you one thing. It is comfortable as hell. Unbelievable. He does t-shirts, he does dark green ones, he does grey ones. And look at this. Look at you got the Bumblebee, you got the 86 jersey, you got the Love Street, you got the Centenary top. Good times. Good times. Well, before I was born, you know. Well, the Bumblebee was around when I was there. Georgie Gadetti, but yeah. Come on, St. Johnson the weekend. They're at home the weekend, aren't they? They're at Ibrox. See what happens. The main focus on those the weekend. It was about us going out and beating Hibs. You know, Hibs will be looking for revenge against us after us beating them in the league at Easter Road. They're the disgrace of a fan group, honestly. They can't even fill that stadium. Shocking. Absolutely shocking, you know. It's decent, yeah, it's good quality. You got an extra large, even though I'm a large, you got an extra large. You know, for the winter. Bit of heat. Keeping that beer belly warm, you know. Hampden. Oh, no, I forgot. They don't have Ibrox. I forgot Ibrox is non-existent. It's non-existent. The big house is closed. I forgot all about that, you know. How's it going, Joseph? It's good to see good regular people in here. Good to see good memberships as well. I appreciate all the memberships. I appreciate people who's regularly watching as well. Yeah. You won't be there till after. Sure, that probably that first game there would be on the 2nd of January when we pumped them as well. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, they closed the Celtic shop in the Jervis because there was more orders coming through on online, and then JD as well took the contract with Celtic. So it was a dark day when that shop closed. I used to go in there and get all my Celtic tops when I lived in Dublin. You know, my last purchase out there was the dark green Celtic jersey when we won the League Cup against Hibs. It's a dark day. Dark day. Love that shop. Now it's just like a gadget shop. Just phones and phone cases and stuff now in that space. But it was a sad day, you know. But you move on. I was saying to my missus when we were in Dublin, we went into the Jervis and I was like, see that corner there? That used to be the Celtic shop. They were the best days of my life. I remember before we left Umbro left us, or we cut Umbro off. We used to go in there and buy all the kids for half price. Good days. Oh, a tear will roll down my eye. Hell. Best selling player, yeah. Celtic has the great Dane goals. Ibrox will have the great Crane. You sure he's meant to be worth 30 million? Butland is 30 million. Tavernier be gone now. You know. Spent a fortune now. Stop. Used to be one of them. I would say in my head, right, I'm going to spend about 90 quid most. And I'll go in and like double it. And I'll walk out and I'd be like, oh shit, the bank account is not going to feel great in the morning. But then you wake up the following day and you're wearing that new clubber and you're like, feck this. There's no better feeling wearing this clubber, you know. And what do I have on tonight? I've got the this jersey on, the 6-2. So yeah, good stuff. In my Aida's pocket, exactly. So folks, I'm gonna leave it there. It's been a good podcast, something different, bit different from the usual talk with transfers. As I said, just to recap, Quan is gone to Hibs on loan. Daniel Kelly's in advanced talks for a pre-contract with Millwall. We've turned down a loan approach from Malmo for Lagerbielke. We've turned down a bid from Legia Warsaw for Naroski. Either hasn't been confirmed just yet. The deal has been confirmed from sources, but Celtic has to have to confirm it as well. So we'll see what happens. Will you be back on live? When will you be back on live? Probably, we're on Tuesday today. I'll see how it develops over the next couple of days. Probably Thursday. I'll be back on a Friday. I might do Friday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If Adamid is confirmed as a Celtic player, then I'll see how I feel. I'm not. I'll put a notice out that when I'm going back on, But I appreciate the 122 people that are tuning in tonight. I hope I made you smile. Look, we'll go over the recap videos. We'll do the recap videos before we go. We need a little giggle, We'll start with Mr. John Dale Thomason.
Don't you think that they need the Champions League's money here? I think so. I think they need that. I think that's a good answer, isn't it?
Champions again, one more time. Champions again, champions again, champions again, champions again, champions again.
Get him back up the road so we could see that in May as well. But I might have another one here. Let's see. We've all played these already, so it's no harm going on and putting another one on. No harm at all. Nothing to lose.
Has been underperforming.
He has had to, though, because of the injuries.
100%, but you should be turning up for your work every day, expected to play.
The best of played in these games is when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
With nothing to play for. No fear.
You've got a cup final in a couple of weeks as well, and not only. It's a huge game for Philip Clement now as well, because that's now a few Old Firm games he's lost. You're then saying the start of next season is going to be back here for the first game as well. The Scottish Cup final is now huge, because the last thing you want is people then turn around and say, well, that's 3, 4, 5 Old Firm games without a victory now for Philip Clement. Listen, I'll be honest, there's a Scottish Cup final a couple of weeks away, but that'll be the last time you see a lot of these players play against Celtic here in the league. There's got to be a clear out, there's got to be a fresh start. There's been some there, and Philip Clement spoke at the top of the show in terms of there's some can change his opinion in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be very difficult because, as I said, looking at it, I think Lundstrom and Barisic are going to leave in threes. There will a few other ones go, and I'm sure Philip Clement will be looking to try and wheel and deal to try and get his type of players in, because you look at Rangers and you think you go to 10 men, the way to hurt teams is with pace. I don't really see. Scott Wright came on and he had a run, but you don't really see a lot of pace in that Rangers team. So there's got to be a lot of reinforcements coming in the summer.
What a good time! What a good podcast, folks. I just want to go on and check the statistics. See, has anyone a new subscriber in the gaff? Any new subscribers? Going once, going twice. So, but as just a recap, Celtic get the full Champions League TV booking money. 50 million. Oh yeah, baby. Make it rain. Yeah, we're up another 2 subs. So if we can get another 2 subs out there, as I said, come on the Hoop Celtic, be really appreciated. Get on it like a car bonnet, Get in the taxi quicker than Chris Boyd. Get himself down to London and never come back to Scotland again because his team are falling to sunders. So look, folks, I'm gonna leave it there. Brilliant speaking to you all. Thank you very much for tuning in. I might be back on about two days' time for the podcast, but looking forward to Heaps the weekend, and hopefully we'll have Adamida in the door. And thank you very much. No, you're the champ. But thanks very much. Well, get in there. Thanks very much for tuning in. Have a good one. Hail. Just remember, eat Kiev tomorrow for dinner. Take care.